Hey everyone! This week Anja and I are swapping 4 wheels for 2 as we rent bikes in Antibes for a fun day trip. After fueling up with a quick breakfast, we'll pedal around the stunning Cape of Antibes, soaking up breathtaking views and hidden gems. Of course, we've packed a picnic for a seaside break before cycling all the way to Cannes. Along the way, we'll point out must-see spots and share insider tips for exploring this gorgeous stretch of the French Riviera. We're off to the bike rental store in the heart of Antibes' Old Town. It's called Cactus and sits conveniently right next to the Provençal market. We made our reservations by phone a few days ago. In peak season, you can also book online. They've got city bikes, both regular and electric, and recently added fat bikes to their fleet. Our 2 bikes are ready and waiting. We went for electric ones since we've planned quite the tour and still want to keep it fun and easy. The friendly guy from the shop shows us how to use the motor, since Anja's never tried an electric bike before.
Vous avez donc 3 niveaux d'assistance. Donc niveau 1, vous appuyez une fois vers le haut, vous avez la petite barre, 2 ou 3.
Turns out it's pretty simple. Just switch on the motor and choose how much pedaling assistance you want. What he doesn't mention, and we forget to ask, is the little button to turn on the lights, which will definitely cause us some trouble later. They also provide a sturdy lock in case we want to park the bikes, a repair kit, fingers crossed we won't need it, and even a phone holder, perfect for following one of the store's suggested routes, whether you're heading around the Cape, to Cannes or to Biot. And finally, we're all set and ready to go. Almost. First, we need a quick breakfast. There's this little bakery just a few steps down the street, right next to the covered food market. We'd heard great things about this place and couldn't wait to try it. But honestly, there are tons of bakeries and cafes in the old town. You really can't go wrong. Just pick the first one that catches your eye. Decisions, you know us. Choosing what to get is never easy. Plus, we're grabbing sandwiches and a salad for later. But in the end, we settle on a jalousie de la pomme and a coca niçois, along with 2 large latte macchiatos. And if you're wondering why we're wearing jackets, by the way, it's the last day of November while we're filming this. And yep, we're still sitting outside. This is a coca niçois that I'm gonna have, which I didn't know before, Anja didn't either, but the nice lady from the bakery absolutely wanted us to try it, which was what we did, and we liked it. It's a savory pastry filled with vegetables, while Anja went for something sweet, a puff pastry filled with apples. Absolutely delicious.
I saw this and couldn't resist, so I decided I have to try this, and this is something I've never seen before, more or less. Aila said you find it in other bakeries as well, maybe under other names. So here you go. No classic croissant or pain au chocolat for me, but a jalousie de la pomme.
Once we finish, it's really time to hit the road. Our last steps on foot, and off we go. We're heading to the ramparts first, right next to the port. The newly redone promenade along the ramparts is one of the loveliest areas of Antibes. Across the sea is the Cape of Antibes, where we're headed next. What looks like a pretty steep ascent is actually easy to climb thanks to our motorized bikes. And keep an eye out, there's art along the way. No surprise there, since the famous Picasso Museum is just up the road. Definitely worth a visit.
It's getting too warm, guys. I have to get rid of my scarf.
And I took off my jacket. We're really lucky with the weather today. It's warm in the sun and there's no wind at all. People are soaking up the midday sun wherever they can find a nice spot. I guess you're getting the picture. We continue toward the Cape. And And wow, look at this cute new little park. Then, after a short detour inland around the block, we're heading down to the sea.
Suddenly I think of tomorrow. Yeah, since you came around. I feel like the only one who found out the reason why. Oh, I was just lonely. But since you came
When you reach the first beach, Plage du Ponteil, you've officially arrived at the stunning Cape of Antibes. As long as the sun's out, you'll always find people here, no matter the season. It's also the best spot for taking in views of the old town. Just a bit further down the road, you'll come across Plage de la Salisse. Quick tip, this is where you want to be in the morning. In winter, the houses along the road cast shade pretty early. We've been taking our time, so it's already close to 2 p.m. At this hour, you'll probably want to head to the other side of the Cape if you're chasing the sun. We're on our way. Soon you'll start seeing some beautiful villas along the road. If you've got the cash to splash, this is definitely the spot to house hunt. And actually, the same goes for all the capes on the French Riviera. And by the way, there aren't always dedicated cycling paths around Cape of Antibes. Sometimes there's a small extra lane on the side of the road, but don't rely on it. That said, traffic isn't too bad here. It's definitely busier in the summer, but since it's more of a scenic drive than a shortcut, cars tend to go at a nice, easy pace. After a while, you'll come to an intersection that will take you to Garoupe Beach if you turn left. And honestly, that's one of our favorite beaches on the whole Riviera.
So this is the most beautiful spot in the summer. You need to come back. But look what's going on right now. It would have been the perfect spot for a coffee or a glass of rosé. Next time.
Yeah, winter on the Côte d'Azur unfortunately means a lot of construction work going on to get everything ready for the next season. But hey, do you remember our footage from 2 or 3 months ago? That's what this beach looks like when it's packed with tourists. Alright, before we head to the other side of the Cape, here's a more important tip for you.
One of the prettiest coastal walks starts right here.
It takes you around the tip of the Cape and offers an amazing landscape you could only discover on foot. We don't have enough time to do it now, but you should definitely explore this path. We continue across the Cape, heading up the road through a residential area until we reach another spot we wanted to show you.
Right behind us is the path to the Baie des Milliardaires, which is another beautiful beach they have to check out in the summer. So we're not going to do it now because we're on our way to Cannes, but check out the video in the info card up there if you want to see more about it.
From here, the road gently winds down to the western side of the Cape, past the iconic Hôtel du Cap Rock, leading us back toward the sea. This area is usually just a quick drive by for us, but today we realize how much more you can take in when you're on a bike, cruising at a slower pace. Beautiful villas, gorgeous gardens, breathtaking views. The western side of the Cape is even more picturesque than the eastern, with small bays perfect for sunbathing, panoramic views stretching all the way to the Estoril Mountains in the distance, and of course, more luxurious homes scattered along the coast. We're getting close to another one of our absolute favorite beaches, totally subjective of course, but Plage des Ondes is hands down our top sunset spot. We've spent so many evenings here with friends and family watching the sun dip below the horizon. And now we're ready for today's picnic. As always, choosing the perfect spot is tricky, but we settle on the wall along the road. That way we can keep our bikes next to us while enjoying the stunning view. Further to the right is Antibes district Juan-les-Pins, by the way. We'll head there next. final destination for today is the Pointe Croisette in Cannes, straight across the bay from where we are, which means we've got the entire bay left to circle, so we better get moving. The vibe keeps getting better with the warm glow of the setting sun. At this stretch of the Cape, there's a sidewalk, so we're definitely not the only ones out enjoying the late afternoon. Okay, just a bit further and we'll be in Juan-les-Pins. This is Antibes' famous party stretch, packed with tourists in summer. Be sure to check out the charming park, Pinette Gourde, home to the annual jazz festival every July. Then we're in downtown Juan-les-Pins, with its many restaurants and shops, though some take a break during the off-season. And more construction work. We have to push our bikes for a bit before getting back on track along the sea. So while you guys soak in the scenery, we have to say we're really impressed with our bikes. They ride so smoothly, pedaling feels almost effortless, yet we still feel totally in control. The motor isn't pushy, it's just a gentle but super effective boost. Big shout out to the rental shop for keeping these bikes in top shape. This is Golfe Juin, the town, a tiny town next to Antibes, and we're still heading towards Cannes, and it's a race against the sun that's going down. Alright, off we go again. Finally, we hit a proper bike lane that'll take us straight to Cannes.
Ja, ich hab's gesehen. We made it to Cannes and we planned actually to have a coffee over here, but it's already 4:30 and we have to head back to our bike rental.
Our destination, the Pointe Croisette, is just a few hundred meters down the road, and we missed the sunset dipping behind the Estoril Mountains by mere seconds. Still, the view is absolutely breathtaking. By the way, we've covered about 18 kilometers to get here. We'll leave you at this stunning spot while we head back to Antibes to return the bikes. Oh, and a super nice motorcyclist helped us figure out the button for the lights, so we made it back safe and sound. And to wrap things up beautifully, here's a map so you can follow in our footsteps if you enjoyed our little adventure. Make sure to plan for a full day, that way you'll have plenty of time to explore everything this route has to offer. Don't forget to subscribe and explore our other videos from Antibes and the French Riviera.